What's good, y'all? It's the Receiver Teacher. Today we're talking about how to train properly. All right, we're gonna touch a little bit on strength training, but again, I'm not a strength coach. But mostly we're gonna talk about how to be a better wide receiver. All right. And before we get into that, I just want to take a look at this quote from Bruce Lee because I think it really sums it up. All right, you don't want to be, diverting your energy into a bunch of different places. All right. Um, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. All right, that's the same reason, you don't go to the gym, bench press 3 reps, and then go do 3 reps of arm curls, and then 3 reps of, calf raises. All right. No, you do a certain number of sets, certain number of reps with a certain, tempo, certain level of intensity. All right. Everything has to be calculated. All right. Especially for you younger guys. All right. It is so important that you build a foundation and then build on that foundation. All right. So when I started training, I was out there looking at drills on Instagram. I would do the drills that these NFL guys were doing, and I thought it was going to get me to where they're at. But the reality is, those people have been training their entire lives, right? They've been, dropping their hips since they were like 5 years old. They have built that foundation, all right? So I would go, train with my buddies. We would do like a drill we found on Instagram. We do it like 3 times, and then we look at another drill we found on Instagram. Do that for 3 times. We're never actually getting better. All right, you're not doing the drill enough, and you don't know how to do the drill. That's another thing. Before you start doing these crazy drills, you want to make sure you have built that foundation. All right, you know the technique. For example, right here, this is a comeback or a curl. All right, and Jakeem Grant uses an inside foot plant 1, 2, 3. All right, so he has worked this technique for years. All right, so he knows how to do this. He can do these crazy drills because he has the foundation. He knows that, going back to the Bruce Lee thing. All right, he knows he can do all that crazy stuff, but when he goes to drop his hips, it's going to be the same every single time, right? Because he's practiced it thousands of times. All right, so that's a big issue I have with these, IG trainers. Are like, oh, do this drill to, get more separation. All right, but if you're not doing the drill properly, you're not going to reap the benefits. All right, same way if you do speed training and you're tired of shit and your technique is wrong, you're not going to get faster. That's not how it works. All right. All right. So first thing you should do when structuring your workouts is ask yourself, do the drills translate? All right. So this is an example of 49ers working the blade technique at the line of scrimmage. All right. So yes, this translates. All right. Any type of, breaking down, decelerating, dropping your hips, that translates. Always make sure what you're doing will transfer to game day. All right. Will you do it in the game? Now, with that being said, the amount that a drill will translate all depends on the intent that you're performing the drill with. All right. So right here, great example is Jakeem Grant. Some people might, they go to the cone, they're not fully dropping their hips, they're not, going full speed at the cone. They don't have the open stride. They'll start taking choppy steps. All right. That's making it easier for you. All right. But when you're in a game and you're running full speed, you can't take choppy steps, right? The DB's going to see that. So when you're doing these drills, make sure, all right, you're doing it like you would in a game. Do it the hard way in practice, so in game, it's natural. All right, so right here, full speed, boom, drops his hips. All right, he's using inside plant foot cadence. He doesn't turn his head early. All right, he's being forceful with his steps. All right, everything about this rep is good. All right, he's performing it just like he would in a game. And before that, you need to know the proper techniques. All right, so not dragging your foot, not taking choppy steps. You need to know that. So when you go into the drill, you know how to do it properly. All right, same thing. If you look at a drill on IG, you see Odell Beckham doing it. If you go do it with poor body language or poor technique, again, you're not gonna be on his level. All right, he's not doing the drill like you. You're not gonna get like him. So next, progressions are needed. They're actually crucial. So this is me and Ewan, the other guy on Receiver Teacher. All right, super simple drill. All right, it's 3 cones. All right, and you don't see IG traders doing this. All right, they want to do the flashy shit that gets all the likes, gets the reshares and stuff, go viral, but that's not getting you better. All right, or it might. I don't know. I don't do it. This gets me better, so I'm gonna stick with this. All right, do the simple stuff, know the technique, and hammer the technique. All right, you should be conscious of every single step, where your foot is. All right, what your arms are doing. Don't go into a break like this. Don't be pumping your arms. All right, do everything properly in the drills so that it's in your muscle memory. All right, so when you go to do it in the game, it feels natural. All right, now we're gonna get into how I structure my workouts. All right, so obviously when I show up, I warm up. I'm always warm. All right, and then I think how I structure my workouts is there's 3 phases. All right, so phase one, all right, is something simple like the box drill. All right, so just 4 cones in a square. all right, and I'm just working the foot cadence, all right, getting my feet right, right, and I do 10 reps each side, all right, so that's 20 reps of the box drill, all right. You don't have to do 20. You can do 5, maybe 7 each side. It's all up to you and what you can handle, but also make sure you're resting properly. All right, so after phase 1, I move to phase 2. All right, so ramp up the intensity just a little bit. All right, so right here, that's DOD, drop on demand drill is what I call it. So again, it's just 5 cones laid out. All right, and I'm just emphasizing the same foot cadence. All right, outside plant, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, same foot cadence so that it translates. All right, if you try to do it differently just because the cones are here or the cones are here, all right, again, it's not going to translate. Phase 2, again, 10 reps each side. All right, so that's already 40 reps. All right, so if we think back to the Bruce Lee quote, practice one kick 10,000 times. All right, but yeah, that's phase 2. All right, now with phase 3, you're putting it all together. All right, high knees and then sink your hips, right, to the first cone, and then just take a couple steps back, reset. Boom, run to the next one, decelerate again. Right? And then the last one, you're getting out of the break. Boom. Also, you should be recording your workouts, all right? See what you're doing right, see what you're doing wrong, and fix that, all right? Because you can do 20 reps each side, but if you do them all wrong, again, you're not getting better. You're leaving lots of improvement on the table. Yeah, so that's the 3 phases, all right? Phase 1, all right, some light, get the feet going. Phase 2, ramp it up a bit, really emphasize the movement. And then step 3, put it all together. All right, so I hope you enjoyed. We're waiting on a camera, but once we do get that, we're going to start filming training videos. We're going to be dropping a free program, all right, a free program. All you have to do is go to our website and put in your email address. It's going to send to you when it's ready. We're still working on it. We're trying to make it as best as possible, and it's going to be completely free for you guys, all right? So you guys can get better, test it out for free, all right, and see how you like it, all right? So make sure you go to our website, ReceiverTeacher.com, and fill that out, all right? So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next one. Peace.